Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. We've got Kay Murray and Ali Moreno here with you in the studio. Gemma Soler and Ian Darke with us too. Red, white and blue for today, July 4th.
America, baby.
Like it, LA. Very, very nice. Actually, I think Gemma's got a bit of red, white and blue on as well. And Ian's got a bit of red. And
we call each other with Ale before.
I didn't get the memo. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
All right.
You're not American, right?
Not yet. Oh. The kids are.
Okay. Plus, it could be a sensitive date for
I hope it doesn't put them
people
off.
from England.
Help him. Yeah, it could be. It could be. I'm going to go home and have a cup of tea. All right. Let's start with some of your tweets and your questions. Thanks for sending them in. Oh, you know what? I'm going to start with you, Gemma, on this one. Who does everyone think has had the better career? Hazard, Griezmann or Neymar?
That's such a difficult one. I cannot say they are broken prospects because they succeed, but at some point their careers stop shining. I cannot say Neymar because either himself or his dad decided to end it too soon. I'll go with Griezmann because he's a world champion, so probably Antoine Griezmann.
All right. Well, and we must say as well, the better career so far because they are all still active players. Yeah. What about you, Ian?
Yeah, that's a good argument. Yeah, this big World Cup. Neymar thought he was going to 2014. Who's the best player of the three? That have to be Neymar. Answer the question, probably Griezmann. Yeah.
I'm going to say Neymar. And while he has come up short at the World Cup stage, let's not forget that in 2014, he was playing really well for Brazil, and Brazil were playing really well. We're on a good run, and then he broke his back against Colombia. And that changed sort of the direction, obviously for him, but certainly for Brazil as well. He has won Copa America, and he has won Champions League as well with Barcelona. And individually, he has been a tremendous talent. The problem is that the last few images that we have from Neymar are not positive at all. But the last few images we've seen from Griezmann are not positive at all. And the last few images that we've seen from Hazard, well, we haven't even seen him. So I'm going to say Neymar. I just think he is a very, very impressive talent that could have been better, should have been better and more productive, has probably come up short of his own expectations and our expectations, but regardless, I still think he has had a better career.
All right, next question for you, Ian. Phil Foden or Mason Mount?
I love Mason Mount as a player, and Gareth Southgate does as well. I think he's just played too many games, and he's looked a little bit jaded this past year or so. But is he going to be in England's starting lineup at the World Cup? Yes, he is. Foden's a wonderful player too. This is a difficult one. I'll go Foden.
I like it. I like that you got off the fence there, Ian. I very much like it.
He was right on it, though.
He was right on
it
for a moment.
He was grasping onto that fence.
Yeah.
He knew he wouldn't get away with it.
It's a hard one. It's a hard one.
Well, that's what they give you. The hard questions. They're the ones that get through. For Ale, this is a nice one. Okay. This is supposedly Sergio Busquets' last season at Barcelona. Could you summarise how great he's been for Barcelona and Spain?
In a team in which you had Iniesta and you had Xavi, they would not have been nearly as successful had they not had Sergio Busquets. He is a player that understands the space around him. Not the most athletic guy, and yet the awareness of what's around him is what separates him from the rest. His first touch away from pressure, his ability to understand the next pass and how the team evolves going forward, going through him. Imagine this. Everybody who plays against Barcelona knows that the ball is going to go to Sergio Busquets first, coming out of the back four. And yet, they're not able to stop him. And they haven't been able to stop him for over a decade. He has been outstanding, both club and country. His legs are going now, but the mind's still very much there.
Yeah, legacy, I think, is the nicer one, hey, when it comes to Barcelona and Spain. Speaking of Spain, Gemma, what are some of your favourite venues in Spain to visit while covering a football match?
Well, of course, Bernabeu and the Camp Nou are probably the most impressive venues. But my two favorite venues in Spain, honestly, one, it's gone. It was the Vicente Calderón. I like all stadiums. But definitely now is the Sanchez Pizjuan, because I love Sevilla, but that venue, that atmosphere, that Arrebato song before the game, it's special, and it has this kind of flavor of old football that it's lovely. So it's definitely the Sanchez Pizjuan.
I've got to say, I've got to agree with Gemma on that one. If you're looking at going to Spain, make sure you get down there to the Sanchez Pizjuan in Sevilla. To Sir Ian Darke, do you take special care of your vocal cords just like professional singers?
Oh, honey.
I should, but I don't. No, one of my fellow commentators told me I had to stop drinking coffee because it gets on your vocal cords, but I love drinking coffee, so I haven't done that. The only thing I'd say, if you had a bad cold or something like that, you'd probably look after your voice by not speaking much a few hours before the game. But other than that, it's not very professional, but I don't do too much to look after my voice, as it were. But I've got this far.
What about Ian earlier in the show today, quoting Coldplay lyrics?
Oh, yeah. Well, Ian is with it.
Ian is definitely down with the kids. Sir Ian Darke.
Yeah, Sir Ian Darke is with it.
Yeah, he's definitely down with the kids. OK, tennis fans among you, who will win Wimbledon? Might be a silly question for you, hey, Gemma, so I'm going to go to you, Ian.
Well, I'm sitting where I'm sitting now, about 6 miles from the centre court at Wimbledon, so it's just up the road from where I live. I like watching the tennis, having strawberry cream and maybe a glass of pink on a summer evening, lovely evening in London tonight. To answer the question, I think you've got to go with Novak Djokovic, haven't you? He's still icy. He's still at the top of his game. Takes a lot of beating at Wimbledon this year. So Djokovic for me.
All right. Speaking of July 4th, we're going to talk about hot dogs.
Okay.
Since the hot dog eating contest happened today, what condiments do you enjoy putting on your hot dog? Are hot dogs even popular in England or Spain? So, Gemma, are hot dogs popular in Spain?
Yeah, we call them Frankfurt. I don't know why, like the German city. But yeah, are very popular, and I'll definitely put ketchup and mustard. And we put there some mayonnaise or onion as well.
Yep, very similar to back home in England.
Okay. If we were back home in Venezuela, we would put everything on the hot dog. And I mean everything, including some radioactive sauce, because they sell these things on the street. There is some sauce that looks a little green, yellow tone to it that is probably not good for you, but you put it on top of it anyways. Here, I become a fan of pepper relish. And it's only because I'm here. But back home, it would be different.
Yeah, I mean, in England, we used to eat them, but they're a bit underwhelming when you see what you can get on offer here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're very popular, usually with onions, mustard and ketchup, but not as good as the ones you get here.
I want one of those Venezuelan ones now, Ali.
The radioactive, I don't know what that would do for your vocal cords, though, Ian.
Oh, it will take care of the vocal cords, let me tell you. It'd be go-go USA everywhere.
Probably make me better.
All right. Start, sit, or sell. USA Independence Day Backyard Cookout Edition. This is for you, Ali, obviously.
Okay.
Barbecue ribs, burger, or hot dog / brat.
Right, so this is interesting. Because see, barbecue ribs is like that player that you know is very talented. That you see him in training every day and say, man, this guy could do something for me on the weekend. And you trust him. You put him out there on the weekend, and on the day, he doesn't quite deliver. So if indeed you're gonna serve barbecue ribs, you have to be good at fixing the ribs. If you're good at fixing the ribs, then ribs are number one and everybody else comes second. But because there is inconsistency with the ribs, I'm gonna sell the ribs.
Okay.
And I'm gonna lean heavily, starting hot dog, benching the burger, and then the ribs.
Oh, wow.
Now, if you got somebody who knows how to cook barbecue ribs and does it right, a little down south action, a little southern barbecue, then I would say barbecue ribs number one.
I'm wow at benching the burger in America. So the hot dog starts?
I'll start the hot dog, yeah.
With the radioactive sauce?
Absolutely. See, I'm an international player. I'll bring the radioactive sauce from Venezuela if we can get it through customs. And then, I'll do the hot dogs first, burger second.
If we can get it through customs.
Yes, absolutely.
All this food for thought has made us hungry, so we're going to have to end it there. Thanks so much for sending in your questions. We thank Gemma, Ian Darke, and also Ale here.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.